Well, I got another step done today. I wished I could have videoed this, but I really didn't have time. I've had to work on it as usual, piece here and a piece there. But I told you in the last video I ordered a bushing from eBay. It was a 6-inch long, 3/4 inside, 1 inch outside. Same as the bushing would be from a tractor place or from our local hardware store, but I got a 6-inch piece for what 2 inch and 3/4 ones would have cost. Plus, I mean, about the same price. But I had more than plenty. I could actually make it what I wanted it. Which I bought the 6-inch piece because I was going to run it all the way out to here and redo the whole end. I thought, there ain't no use in all that. So I cut off a little over 2-inch piece. Of course, I had to grind this a little bit and weld a few spots. It was wore. Figured out it was probably a 7/8. I kind of had a feeling it might have been, but that was the easiest thing to shift it to. Because the bushing, when I got it, of course, was 3/4. I had to bore it out to 7/8. That's the next bit I had. I don't have a 13/16, but so I bored it out, cut it in half, bored it 2 separate times because it does a better job the shorter the distance. But I welded and ground and filled in all the gaps and kind of smoothed this piece up because it was rough. You know, it's been around a few years. Tapped that on with a chisel and a hammer. Ground and filed it a little bit. I think it works pretty well. It'll definitely help when it comes to putting the eyes on the tractor. I think the lift rod's pretty close. I've got to do a little work on the clamps that holds this on the plow, but that'll be our next step. We'll take it, put it back on the plow, and I'll clamp it back down. It actually has U-bolts and a, what would you call that? Kind of like a one-sided collar that turns and it sets the angle. It's inside the U-bolt, so you slide this shaft through that one-sided flange and it goes into the U-bolt on the other side. It's just solid on the U-bolt on one side, and it's got this turning flange on the other side that will actually twist one side or the other of the plow. By turning this disc, you're changing the way the plow sets. And it's going to be interesting setting this plow up because I've never had it behind my tractor. I don't know what they pulled it with before. You know, a good set plow or a properly adjusted plow will pull better than somebody that don't know what they're doing. And I'm still learning. I'm gonna say setting the plow ain't always easy. Some of them sets pretty easy, some of them don't. It's took me a while to figure out this single bottom plow to get it to plow the way I wanted it to and not pull the tractor down. I was plowing the other day with a single bottom plow. The neighbor came over. He used to farm years ago, and he was picking at me about pulling a 1-bottom plow. And I got set on the tractor, and he couldn't figure me how I was plowing that little tractor because I didn't have it revved up. I was running by half throttle or less, and it would plow, and it done a good job. I told him, I said, you don't have to rev it up. If you got it set right, it'll pull, and it did. And it sliced to the ground like it's supposed to. A properly set plow will cut the ground. A bad set plow, you're basically ripping the ground or tearing it. So, hope y'all have a good week. Come back and visit us.